In this video, we will talk about physical addresses versus mailing addresses, how to write them, and when to use them. So let's first talk about how to write addresses. Physical addresses tell us where a person lives. For a house, we use the house number, street name, city, state, and zip code. For example, 123 Broadway Avenue, Jackson, Wyoming 83001. For an apartment, we write the building number, street name, and apartment number, and then the city, state, and zip code. For example, 415 Aspen Drive, apartment 4, Jackson, Wyoming 83001. Here are some abbreviations that we use in addresses: avenue, boulevard, circle, court, drive, highway, lane, place, road, and street. Here's an example of a highway, and boulevard has a green area between each direction of traffic. The mailing address tells us where a person receives his or her mail. So if you have a mailbox in front of your house, you would use your house address. If you go to a post office and open your post office box to receive your mail, your mailing address will be your P.O. box. So for example, P.O. Box 12345, Jackson, Wyoming 83002. The abbreviation P.O. means post office. Some cities have multiple zip codes. In Jackson, there are 2 post offices, and so they use 2 zip codes. For all physical addresses, we use the 83001 zip code. If the P.O. box is at the old post office, which is located downtown, we use the 83001 zip code. If the post office box is located at the new post office, which is located near Target, the zip code we use is 83002. Here is an example of a post office box located at the new post office. P.O. Box 1234, Jackson, Wyoming 83002. Now let's talk about when to use the mailing or physical address. So in our area, we have 2 addresses. The P.O. box is our mailing address, and our physical address is where our apartment or house is located. So some examples of when to use the mailing address is if you are using the USPS or United States Postal Service. If you're using their services, you can get envelopes or boxes from the post office and send things that way. If you are sending a letter, you would use your mailing address in the return address area. Or to receive a letter, you want to tell your friend to use the P.O. box address. When you get a new job or are updating your taxes, you fill out a W-4 form for your job in order to receive paychecks and also to receive your tax forms. So you want them to come to your mailing address. So make sure your mailing address is on your W-4. For your car registration, you want to receive the renewal reminders in the mail, so you want to use your mailing address. Same with insurance and utilities. If you receive bills in the mail, you want to write the mailing address with your P.O. box. And then also for store cards. So if you want to receive coupons in the mail, or if you receive bills for store credit cards in the mail, you need to use your mailing address. You use your physical address if you are using the FedEx or UPS, which is United Postal Service. When you use these services or receive packages from these companies, you need to give them your physical address. If you have an emergency or need to call the police, you give them your physical address. If you are inviting friends to a birthday party, you give them your physical address. Generally, with Amazon orders, if you order online, generally you give your physical address. Sometimes the company you are purchasing from does not deliver to houses, so you would use your P.O. box. Also for insurance and utilities, for the companies to connect the services like cable, for your car insurance and home insurance, you will give them also your physical address. What if you don't know which address to use? For example, when you order online, you may not know if they are using USPS or UPS. So you can use both addresses together if they have the same zip code. So for example, 123 Broadway Avenue, P.O. Box 4567, Jackson, Wyoming 83001. And if you cannot enter the P.O. box into the website, but you know you are receiving a letter which uses USPS, so you have to give them your P.O. box number. This is another way. You can write your street address with just the number sign and your P.O. box number. Or you could also put the P.O. box number at the end of the zip code. So 123 Broadway, 4567, Jackson, Wyoming 83002, 4567. So those are two methods to use in case you don't know which address to use. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below.